Yeah, no. Overall, great play, guys. Really, really insane. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Anything we hmm And honestly, I think that we are a team that like snowballs very hard, and it's very hard to snowball when we're kind of playing that more reactive style. So I like our active comps, and I really like when Yuji's able to, again, number one, facilitate for us, but also facilitate for himself. So it's not just he's relying on us or vice versa. We all play for, the map. It's not what the team can do for you, it's what you can do for the team. I really like it overall, guys, and that's the standard of which we should be holding ourselves to every single draft, every single game. And hopefully, this game number one sets the precedent now for game number two, and so on and so forth. Okay, we are blue, right? Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. We could. Yeah, we are. Yep, we are. And that's exactly why I wanted us to draft the versatile like enchanters. Cause I want to go we can either do Smolder B1 or we can do the Yanara. It's up to you guys. Okay. We will do Smolder today though. I do want to do AD mid. Fair enough. Yeah, I would want to do Smolder mid. No. I don't want to do a Mumu first pick. I do want to do the Smolder first pick though, or like at least a blind in this game. Yeah, we are our draft. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there we go.
Some like I need to figure this out after this scrim because like this is really fucking annoying.
Is it from us?
No, it's graphical issue. Like something with my graphics, I think, because I'm skipping.
Oh, your frames? Yeah.
Yeah, and like my background for some reason is just completely black. Now,
Interesting.
it happened earlier and I reset my PC, it fixed, and then now it happened again. It had a graphics update yesterday,
Gotcha.
so I don't know. That's what I'm assuming is the issue.
Gotcha. Want to just quickly talk here just for a quick second just to divert the conversation here. Alistair or Leo here if we want Yanara Karma. Kane. Alistair? Okay, heard. You have choice. So Karma, Lulu. Oh, you're right. Might be a little bit too passive with the Yanara. We could pivot into Soraka if needed. We'll see if this is going to be a Rakan here. If it's Kaiser Rakan, then we'll do Karma. Okay, it's Nautilus instead. We have the Braum, but I don't want to put you on something kind of boring. We still have Nico here. We have Renata. We can do Nico, Renata, Soraka. Okay. Where the fuck is it? Okay. There we go. And then Jungly Billy. I am really fucking with the J4 here. We can do J4 here. We can do Nocturne. What would you like, sir? Knock or J4 work? I'm just thinking here. Let's do J4. Second phase here, more than likely, kind of want to go for either the Victor here or the Aurora. Or sorry, no, Aurora's gone. Yeah, we can do the Victor. No, not into Xinqiao. Kled needs to be shot here. We need to shoot Kled, and we need to shoot Kled Mel. Yeah, has to be Kled Mel. Could do Yorick if we don't want to go up against Yorick, but more than likely Kled because he just has too much escape here. Camille. Typically, you want to ban this for Kled. I'm gonna wait out on their second ban just to see, but for sure, let's do the let's go for the Mel ban here second. Yeah, I'm kind of rocking with that. Where the fuck is it? Am I blind? There you go. There you go. Don't worry, my young Padawan. I will put you in the studio now that I have time. We will be running the drills. They will call you the young driller.
Speaking of young Drilla, Rumble time?
Could be Rumble angle. That's exactly why I wanted to pick this. If we want to do Rumble, then I need the Kled. I'm just double checking my notes here. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Yeah, has to be Kled here. There we go. Coach's eyes are getting old. Okay. Azir, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Into the Azir. I'm liking Asol, Syndra, Cassio. If I could do a... Do you play Syndra? Do you play Cassio? Hold on. Smolder doesn't work into Zen. Do you play Asol here? Let's do Veigar. I like Veigar. We'll do Veigar here, and then we can do Rumble blind if you're okay with that. Yep. Rumble or Jax. You have selection. Yeah. Rumble? Okay. There you go. That way we have really nice solo lane damage, and then we also have some nice assistance to actually get shit going. Veigar's also secondary engage here, and it's not so reliant on Renata. They're stuck in either the Cataclysm here, with that J4 provides, and the... oh my god, let's see if I get it right. Is it the Cage of Evil, I believe is the name? Might be blanking, but Veigar's E. Not much that... Is it Event Horizon? Yes, you're right. You're right. For some reason, my mind was like, oh, that's just a support item. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should write to the devs. Okay. Have you ever played... let me double check. Have you ever played the matchup into Mundo before?
I've played the Mundo side.
Okay. And you know how oppressive it is? Okay, so you should be good then. Like, I don't need to tell you. It's Roa here, by the way. It's Roa into Seraphs. What did you say, Luda? Yeah. It's gonna be Landry's top and then Bloodletters.
Okay, yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah. If you really want to get like the maximum amount, you could drop Bloodletters for Riftmaker. That way you just destroy him as he's scaling up, and you also do 2% of your health as AP. I would honestly... yeah, you could do First Strike this game, yeah. Bot lane, it's just going to be lock it into probably Shirelia's here. You also could get a lot of value off of Redemption, but I think Shirelia's for the most part is going to be your bread and butter, especially in regards to like trying to zone out for Xin Zhao and Azir. Your movement was a little sussy last game, Winter, so I need you to really make sure that we're kind of on the ball for this, because Nautilus is one of those champions that wants to track you, and if we basically don't allow him to kind of get that in, then basically the fight is ours. It's just when he does get that in, it's all relying on Renata to create that space, and we need to make sure that it's positive space that we are creating, right? Yeah, I mean, Yanara, do you know your build?
Yes.
Okay.
This guy ended up going Bork, Runans, IE.
Yep. Bork Unans, or Runan, sorry, IE into anti-heal. Yeah, Kai'Sa's going to do a hybrid here. Azir is pure AP. So far, they're really AP heavy. So even though Nautilus and Dr. Mundo dip into tankier sides, they still do AP damage. You're going to get a lot of value here on the J4 going MR boots. But you're also going to get a lot of value not going Eclipse first and just going for the Sundered into BC. If you really want third, I would deadass just suggest going Kanik. Super value Kanik here. Oh, okay. That's what I like to hear. I too think it's bait.
Yep.
You could do, yeah, I would do Kanik here, or you could do I'm blanking on the item, but the more you hit the person, the less damage you do on AP. What is the item?
Oh, Abyssal?
No, I'm just trying to find. Force of Nature Fawn, yes. Fawn. You could do Fawn here. Because then,
Question.
yeah, go ahead.
What do you feel about Frozen Heart?
Frozen Heart into the Kaisa Zinzao, you could.
Zinzao is the
Yeah, you could do that. Just be warned that the majority of this Kaisa's damage here is not going to necessarily come from the AD aspect. It's going to come from the AP proc on the passive, the 4-part passive. So that's why she wants to go AP in this comp. She kind of has to. Like, all her builds are hybrid. So, like, even though early it's offset. Yeah, early offset is going to be AD. You're right in thinking that. But then later on, as she scales throughout the game, it's more AP heavy on the back end, if that makes sense. Can't go wrong, though. Yeah, cannot go wrong, though. It's just, I think Fawn and Kanik will allow you to stay alive a lot longer. But let's quickly just talk about, like, kind of how we want to play these games. These chokes are ours. We control the chokes with Rumble. Let's make sure that we create the pressure when needed. Don't be wasting too much mana in the mid lane. Let's really save our mana for A, either making sure that we can get the Q stacks, and B, making sure that we are great at facilitating the map. This game is going to be a tale of you roaming and you creating space with UG on these plays. It's not just the Jarvan show, it really is the Viego show this game. And let's also talk about proactively if we are on spikes for items or not. Last game, we were kind of forcing fights even with like 1400 in our banks as a team. And so this game, let's look to extend our tempo, not only with waves, beautiful macro management as we did game number 1, but also extending it past for items, okay? So best of luck. I'll talk to you guys after game. Do me a huge favor for those that are not streaming, throw up a stream. And yeah, good luck. It's too late, buddy. I got that shit. Sounds good, Pookie Bear.
They can invade with most.
Yeah, I'm dropping a ward and backing up.
Okay, there we go. Now we have the full 5. Really like this comp overall. The difficulty with our comp here just solely relies on like the early game. So as long as we just control the early game, we're really fine. This is good for us leaving out on the bottom side. The reason why we don't want to contest this is because that Mundo will still play off of his health. He gets health return, and he's kind of like one of the stronger level 1s, especially with the Q slow that he provides. And like, there's just way too much CC there, and we're just not going to out DPS them at the end of the day. I really like what our bot lane is doing. So our bot lane is just playing towards kind of the bottom side because they're really worried about like the Nautilus crossing through our pixel. This is really nice from where we are in this map so far. I need NASA to really like pressure off of the Q, but also just make sure that like we are holding our E4 vision. I think bot side, what we could have done was we could have ran to the Krugs and then warded it out on the brush side, just so that we get a little bit of help there. And plus, because Yuji now is a little bit blind, and so he probably is going to say that he wants to go vertical here, which is really tough to do.
I'm gonna do a little funny.
Yeah, see, so now he's going to go vertical, and it is trickier to do. But, oh, this is beautiful level 2 here from Yuji. This is a great angle. This is still good. This is still good. You just play this. Yeah, nice. Nice. Beautiful. Just zone off. Trade it. I don't think you go back to the top side, though. This is a real big blunder from Yuji. You should not go back. Or you can turn on Azir. You can, like, EQ flash on him. But this is pretty wonky because, like, yeah, it's really difficult. But at least now we know that Xin Zhao is top side. And so now we can just clear.
So he's top side, guys.
This is a beautiful call for Yuji to play off. Yuji now, what he needs to do is Yuji now needs to go directly to his buff and just go buff to buff just to cover down. Buff to buff and then go up. Kane's dead here. Or no, not Kane. Winter. Winter should not have walked back. Winter walked back actually when she could have just kept running out. That's a very awkward trade there. She just really needs to be careful of playing around the bush. If any water is being caught in my mic as I'm recording this video, full apologies. I'm just drinking water as I'm doing this. Very awkward timing for Winter to die there. I think that like if we wanted to play the wave, we just A, look at the wave relative to where we are, or B, we just really play mindful of like where our jungler is, because our jungler was topside, that they know instinctively that they can go for the bot without kind of having to worry about it too much. And so we really just need to kind of breathe in, breathe out, so to speak, and just really play the map. That's one of those things where it's like relative to where you are, you need to cover. This is really tough for UG to be going for bot gank or for bot crab here. It's mainly because like Veigar does not have pressure. Yeah, Veigar does not have pressure for this. This is a good mid angle here for sure. No cage is tough. I don't know why he used. Should not have used cage. This might be kill if Veigar flash. Veigar could have covered if he flash W auto Qs here. Jarvan just needs to go here. We see Xin Zhao was, yeah, he's clearing top. Don't use EQ and then we can do this. It's really tough. EQ out. Xin Zhao will probably flash to chase. This is a good escape and great cover from Kane there. Nice. A lot of value off of that. A lot of value off of that. Great play. Kane gets stack and then so does Veigar. Great play overall. I think Veigar backing and getting early tier is really beneficial here because he'll always be able to like, he'll always be able to play hyper past Azir. Nice. Okay, just back in tier here for mid. That's good. Awkward pathing from Yuji, but that's just as like an unfortunate byproduct of trying to go for the early red. I personally would have probably done that just because like you assume that he's going to be clearing bot, but again, the big thing that like solves that would be the bot side warding out on the bottom brush. Okay, kind of gets picked here. Yeah, Yuji just needs to play bush here and then we're good. Oh. Flash EQ. Flash EQ from Jarvan kills Nautilus there. Kane and Winter don't necessarily need to no, this is good. This is they do. They absolutely do. This is huge. No. This is huge reset right now. This is good angle for reset. Yeah, Zero's going bot and then you guys just reset mid. Because, like, right now, there's no point in staying here if we can get a slight advantage. Even if, like, Yanara is safe, Renata will just die next hook. Renata just needs to, like, play back. Because all it takes here, realistically, is, like, Nautilus flash Q forward. And now the wave is kind of, like, wonky here because, like, I think the initiative was to full shove with Jarvan, and, like, it's so awkward. No, that... Yeah. If they reset, they can play it. Yanara has the Bork, so, or not Bork yet, but she has the Vampiric Scepter soon. So she wants to play on it, but like she has 1300 after this wave. And so it's really freaking awkward. Nice, great play mid. Great play mid. Great play, and then he just runs into the cage. Just great play by NASA. Great poke as well from Luda. I haven't really been talking about topside too much, but great overall. Nice, Luda. Beautiful. Pause the game. Pause the game. Pause the game. Pause the game. Pause the game.
I have to shut my computer off. It's so stupid.
Okay, with this downtime, I think it's really important for us to identify some things that have just happened, right? So, Mundo huge, no flash. So that means that we can play 4 grubs. Luda just needs to now just make sure that we are keeping that just aware in terms of like timers, because it's one thing saying like top no flash versus now that sets us really hard into like next grub set, which like, let's see. In the perspective here, it's like 50 seconds. So we can play for grubs when UG does come back. Thing 2 is Winter still has no reset. And so at this point, it's like we're not really like equalizing the gold. It's actually kind of furthering out from us. only because the majority of like the damage right now for the Kaisa is coming strictly off of that item advantage that she has over us. And like Yanara in this sense is just strictly playing off of the Q passive as she's stacking that 5-part Q. My biggest suggestion here would just be just reset. Just play for either the Vampiric Scepter into the daggers, or just go for just go for anything, honestly. Like, even if you want to just kind of skip the Bork, which I don't advise. Sometimes Yunara might want to go the Kraken. It just depends if she's like with a very, very strong enchanter. But I would just honestly suggest like just resetting here so that you have a lot more damage, and then Kane can also get like items here, because Kane is sitting on 685. That's 1 pink and then ruby crystal into a couple of pots, which is like really massive. It's night and day. It's night and day. We just need to like play the map more. I think bot lane right now is like kind of putting themselves in a deficit, only because like we're playing on starter item versus like first component, which really feels awkward. This is good too. He's trying to go for the early Liandry's here. I think honestly going into the item, I think would definitely fare more than like trying to spread out some of the damage types. So I think just having that Haunting Guise would really do wonders here, especially into the Mundo. This is not too bad either, but I think immediately after these 2 minions, Ludo instantly needs to just back, because like we are right now playing kind of spooky scared off of the Xin Zhao. The Xin Zhao right now is like way too oppressive here in terms of like potential for map. This is good too. Like, we took a little bit of a later back, but I really like the survivability that we're having here. I think in terms of the Veigar, though, what I personally would have done is, if we want to go into the Roa, I think that you just go for... I think that you just go strictly into just the tanking aspect, rather than, like, index into the Ruby Crystal additional. Because right now you're trying to convert all your missing HP to the mana resource. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're playing for sustainability, then like we just need to actually play and itemize towards sustainability for top, for mid, for support, for AD.
I have ult in a minute, so I will not have it for drag.
Ult in a minute, but Luda needs to call out right now that top has no flash, because like if we don't want to play for drag immediate and we want to play around the grub timer here, which will be on sync for Viego time or for Veigar timer, then grub take is ours, because Rumble will just instantly shove wave, and then they can get the pick on like Mundo if Jarvan wants to go forward. He's basically like just sitting in a free barbecue, so to speak. And I think that's the freest pick that we can get, because Azir has mobility outside of the Jarvan R, and Xin can obviously hit Jarvan either with his R or just E out onto another target outside of the Jarvan R. So Mundo is kind of the sitting duck, so to speak, of immobility, especially in like a game where he does not have flash, and so he does not have that liberty to escape. That's just my mind, at least.
Ours is Royal Joey.
I almost typed that, man. That would have been funny. I don't want to steal your joke. Alright. I'm gonna save TP, so I will not be going TPing mid.
Nice. I really like this from NASA. Saving TP there. Really nice. Don't greed on first bush, Luda. Just go for the second, because you're slightly on vision off of the last minion that you just killed. And so they know right now, that you just backed into this bush, but it's still fine. Hunting guys. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. If they want to path top, again, same thing. We just can go for the Mundo first, and then we collapse on the Xin Zhao. Bonus points if we can get them both, obviously, because, you know, we had the combo for it. But really beautiful. I just hope that Veigar is focusing like the Azir here in the matchup. Yeah, they're swapped here. If they swap, we need to swap. This should immediately be winter swapping. Yeah. We have to play for the grubs with 4. The dragon swap is good too, but in the future, when we are in a situation like that, where we can swap for like one of our priority objectives, which really doesn't matter whether or not it is scrub or drag so early, we just need to play for the cross map. Yeah, really like this call from Ludo saying that we are on the clock right now. We need to just make a play. Really like it overall. Winter now needs to speak up and say, hey, by the way, Mundo is not here. And like the second that they see Veigar crossing, by the way, they just come down. No 6 here on Renata, so it's a little tricky. I like this stall though that she's doing. Winter just needs to just hit the dragon. I don't know. Yeah, Winter just needed to hit the dragon. No, this is really bad. Yeah. Winter was never in the drag pit. She was like, yeah, I agree. I think what's happening here is like Winter was too focused on the wave and like Kane was playing mid. I think we needed to either shove mid aggressively hard early because like what ended up happening was Veigar just walked straight out. This is a kill here. Just Winter R's. Yeah, nice. Just keep going. Nice. Kill Kaisa first. Flash. Nice. And now not is below. Yeah, right there. Nice. Nice. I was almost close. Kind of could have taken it, but nice. Good play overall. A lot more of that. Great play bot side. Great play. Just kind of sucks on our drag position there. It's a little awkward. If Winter has a wave like that, we need to like just have either two scenarios. We sync waves or we are making sure that like Winter's not on the bot tower at all early, which I know sounds stupid, but like we gotta burn that drag faster than we did because it's Veigar who's stacking and Jarvan who hardly has damage right now. The majority of the damage, think of it like this, the majority of our damage on a hyper carry is gonna solely be on, you know, the hyper carry, obviously. So that's the person who's damaging and DPSing the drag at the same time. So let's take a look at Luda for the most part right now. I know I've been really focusing on like the bot side stuff, but that's only mostly because like our neutral objective's been down there so far. Great smite though from UG. I want to check up on what's going down bot here. It's a little tricky just walking in there as UG did. We just had to go all the way around. Yeah, he cannot blast Conan. That's very illegal. He just really needed to play that slow or just walk all the way around. Like there's no point in like trying to go for the pinch if like Veigar cannot pinch. Because it's one of those things where it's like Jarvan is the facilitator, Yanar is the damage, and the support is Renata. So it's just really tricky. Yeah, play out. Grab? Oh, grab pull into tower next time. That might have been kill for us. Grab into tower and then Yanara can actually play. Really, really tricky there. It's just one of those split-second decisions, but I just think like we just don't need to be scared about pulling him out because Yanara just deletes them all. Especially if like Renata can create space and time. I'll just keep going. We walked back a little on Nessa. Delete the wave. Stop walking back and forth. Just delete the wave. Delete the wave. Just W on the backside. W the back wave. Yeah. Nice. Perfect. I love this call from Rodophages. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to hear more. Okay, Jarvan is hovering bot side. I really like this potential. This is good. Yeah. Just pressure it. We can maybe even look for dive here potential. Nautilus is covering, so it's going to be a really tricky. Oh, if Nautilus actually hooks that, he's dead. We're going Nautilus here. Yeah, we're going not. Just EQ. Nice. Yeah. This is good. Beautiful. Great job. Go for dive on this. Go for dive. This is like free dive, guys. Even if she ults, this is really free dive. Still like it. Yeah, 100% that was dive. 100% that's dive. 100% that's dive. And then she misses this residual oncoming cannon wave, which is like really big for us, right? Because like that's one of our indicators of like tempo, or not cannon, sorry, but you still get the point. It's one of those indicators of like tempo control, because like even if we die, right, like let's say we die, worst comes to worst, we get plate pressure. Yeah, I just think like right now it's really tricky to actually play this, and so we just needed just to reset immediately just after we kill. That wave collection was good though. I really like the wave collection there. This is nice. I promise I'm not trying to like do a full index into into bot side here. Do not R Luda. Do not R this. There's no reason why we should be running there. No reason, Luna. Just play the next wave. Just play this wave. Stop trying to go for E poke, because the closer that you move, the closer off like a cutoff that like Xin Zhao can do. Xin Zhao's really trying to buy time. And if you... Okay. We hear the call for Xin Zhao. Just shove and then reset. And Luda can potentially look bot side here. Nice. Nice. Just play bot side, Luda, and then you just TP top. It's the inverse of like normally playing for top and then TPing bot. You're very strong here if you just run bot. Nice. Perfect. And we're running here. This is great play from Luda. Nice. Great. This is exactly what we want to do. Beautiful ult. Yeah. We had to go Zen. Nice. Beautiful. Nautilus. Nice. Beautiful, guys. A 0-0-0. Nice. Just turn on his ear. Turn on his ear, NASA. Okay. Nice. Nice. Beautiful calls, guys. Okay. Just go drag. Just go drag. Just go drag. Kane takes the plant here. Kane, just take plant. Full take plant. There. Start drag. Start drag, Inara. Start drag. Start drag. Even if Xin Zhao comes, we still have Rumble who has like full potential here. He might have just whiffed out his R, which did not need to happen. Because like that's the pressure that we are creating is the Rumble R. The second that Rumble R is down, there's no pressure anymore. That was great though from Yuji. That was great. I know it seems kind of wonky that like we died there, but that's great. I think we just needed to do drag immediate though. And like Kane just needed to take the plant. Now it's so awkward. Cause now she has like 30%. Oh, great cancel there. Yeah, Yanara just needs to get the fuck off the wave. Yeah. Nice, and he survives off of that. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, Azir's coming, so like, we need to kill and then leave. Get the fuck out. That should not have been flash from Renata at all. Just leave, just leave, just leave, just leave. We should not be pathing towards him. Just leave, guys. Leave. What are we doing? Get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. This is our pressure. 1600 with TP. This is our potential to back and TP mid. No, this is wrong. Just reset. 1700 gold, guys. Guys, 1700 gold. We don't need to play on... Yeah. We're just delaying so hard. Kane just needs to reset as well. Nautilus has full reset. He has tempo. Okay, Mundo's playing top. And then he unfortunately dies here. Yeah, he just didn't need to play like... you just gotta push out bot first. You can't like just play the river. Here we should not be going for Herald. We just need to go for drag because we shove out bot, so drag should be the play here. Our tempo is like so awkward here. We just needed to like be smart with when we're backing. We're like holding off for the next play and the next play and the next play, and it's like so awkward. It's better if Jarvan just walks in rather than like wait. Okay, this is still fine. Yeah, this is fine. Good escape from Jarvan. Kane still has not reset that entire time. We're just wasting time. Kane just reset. It's 1 HP. You are not going to protect it. I know. This is like so awkward. It's like, it's kind of like pseudo affecting our tempo, right? Where if we want to play like these longer fights, we cannot be like staying, especially with so much gold, because it's like, that's an advantage that we're not capitalizing on, right? We go drag. If they want to play Herald, we just go drag. Rumble has no R. If Rumble has no R, then like we just don't have top side. We could get mid prio for that, but we also have bot prio, so that actually substitutes like the need for mid prio, if that makes sense. This is great Kaisa pick here, I think. Like if you could just EQ R is Jarvan, and because Yanara has R here. I'm gonna look at Kane's stream. No, there isn't. This is fine. This is fine. Just go drag, guys. Go drag, and then we play the cross. So, like, Renata and Vagar can sit in that bush. Nice. And now R. That was perfect. Perfect. We're walking... No. We're walking too far. This is way too far, guys. Okay? You're just gonna get ulted by Kaisa or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, just go drag, guys. Can we just go drag? Everyone's lagging. We just need to go drag. We are like constantly looking for like next play into next play into next play. The second we got Sin Zhao, it was fine.
Zhao has higher smite than me.
Yeah, and Sin Zhao's up now. It's so awkward. It's good though that we get topside tower for this.
After these two camps, I'll have my smite. Just try not to overextend, please.
Connie, I was thinking that you haven't pushed me in my cage.
That was a really good play. But what was not lit was like our inactivity. We just needed to like go for the next play rather than like worrying about who else we can kill, like the next kill, so to speak. Kind of lagging here. I'm not really sure why.
It's gonna be up in 50, so I'm not gonna have it for this fight.
I'll be here.
We can get a nice 5v5. This will be fucking.
No,
I'm down.
I think we just need to go for the Nautilus rather than Azir. Azir has escape. He's just gonna. Oh, he fucked up. Oh, he fucked up.
Zin is here.
Nice, 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 perfect. Okay. Yeah. Go drag. Go full drag, please. Nice. Full commit. Nice. Good shit, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. No, they're not. Here, Luda, if you call out actively, like, no, I can handle it, then NASA does not make that call where he brings, like, precedence to the bot lane. Yeah, and Luda, you need to TP now. The second you see TP, you need to TP as well. You should be TPing in. Or at least running. I see that you don't have TP.
I'm gonna reset.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're gonna play Otacon. Rumble has R. Very tricky to walk here blind, Luda. You're just walking in blind. You gotta wait till Kane has the cross and then does this vision plant. Just shove mid, NASA. You get extra stacks. Nice. Prio for Veigar here. Yeah, Prio for Veigar just means stack.
Focus in this fight, please.
Yeah.
Dropping the wolves.
This is nice. We got the Sin Zhao pick. Nice. Just be mindful. Rumble dies. Yeah, Rumble needed to walk close to Renata. He lives if Renata W's there. Renata maybe also had heal. Could have. I don't know if it's worth, but could have flash W'd or flash healed. Because he died on the last tick of like Azir, and I think that he was hoping for the heal there. Just kind of awkward. This is ours though. This is nice. Nice. Good play overall. Nice. Reset. Yeah, nice. Reset and then hold mid. Reset, and honestly, Veigar can TP mid. You get a lot of value. No, not if he TPs. Just TP. Just TP. Don't TP top. Should not be Veigar catching bot wave. Should be Rumble going bot and Veigar CSing top wave. Even if there is a Mundo there, it's one of those things where like... Yeah, it's one of those things where like this is huge potential for Veigar here, especially in terms of like the damage.
These two objectives are coming up at the same time. Pretty much.
Let's try and sync our way. So yeah, just try not to overpush from where we're at mid and where we're top.
Great call from Kane about the syncing waves. Huge play there. We really need to just make sure that like all waves are synced, or at least 2 out of the 3. Because again, why do we sync waves? It's because we're trying to create that pressure. Beautiful shot calling, beautiful plays overall so far. A couple of things that are a little wonky, but not too bad. Yeah, Winter, you just can't go that far. Yeah, it's tricky. Nice. 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 Great spacing. Great spacing. Okay, just kill Mundo. Beautiful spacing. Azir. Beautiful spacing, guys. Beautiful fucking plays. Beautiful plays. Run Otacon here. Oh, wait, no, they already got Otacon. Yeah, just shove mid here. Shove mid. Beautiful shot calls. This is perfect. Beautiful shot calls. You can split bot like NASA just said, but Luda said it correct. You just play the mid wave because then they had to choose, right? It's like the pseudo split. Like, Do you want a 50-50 bot? Do you want a 50-50 mid? This is great play, guys. Great play. Great play. It's funny, NASA's the only one who's like not lagging for like stream.
Reset, get Baron, Cryo. And I've got
Risky place to back there from Winter, but really good. Winter, if you do want to play aggressive in that mid wave, just make it known that you are playing aggro. Because like, and make it known that like you have flash too. Because then again, it's one of those things where like they shadow you, right?
We've got Dragon up in a minute.
Yep, I'll have a TP up for it.
yeah, just play the dragon. Sorry, I'm spacing. Just looking at
Windows bot side.
putting flag here to see if they're trying to be stupid.
He's in here.
5 seconds on my hour. Careful.
I
Don't
have
hit
the-
all the bodies.
As you saw.
Here, he's gonna look here.
I have a good TP flank there.
Yeah.
It's a bit early for
I have
Dragon.
hour. Yeah.
Can I go midway here?
Yes.
Yeah, I really like these calls to like play mid. If we can, I think the pinch on Zen. This is major. Just go, just kill. Nice, beautiful. Don't waste. Nice. Yeah. Go Mundo. See, that was a perfect. That's exactly why we want to do that. Like you just keep going. This is beautiful how Yunar is playing so far. I love this. And now you just go Azir. Play the TP.
Play the TP.
Nice, guys. Beautiful flash to chase. He's dead, I think. Yeah, he's dead. Beautiful, guys. Go Baron. It's Baron mid. It's Baron mid. Oh, sorry. There's Dragon as well. Yeah. Drag. We can do one tower. Don't take inhib. Go Baron and then go drag 2. Just do tower into drag Baron here. The reason why you don't want to unlock inhib here is because you're actually giving them a lot of gold, especially when you are like so substantially ahead. You just immediately just can go Baron here. You can play both. Because like Azir has no TP and so he has to run very slow. Mundo has no flash. And so like they just cycle through after we're done this. Rumble will have R again. Jarvan will have R. And it's like so much potential.
Be careful that they can come.
Yeah. Great calls, guys. Really good shot calls.
Taking pulls.
This is pretty greedy from Winter to do the blue. It's really close, but it still works out.
That's my bad.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Rumble just goes down for like no apparent reason. It's if we are playing the top side, then we are allowed to be there. Otherwise, we should not be playing in their jungle. I think the call for playing the camps is good if we're all playing towards the same side, not split like that. We can't have like one person going towards red and then one person going towards like blue side.
We could
Cause like the team went to blue and then like lose the sole person there.
I'll TP mid, yeah?
Yeah, this is good.
Walking in.
This is really good.
I have R.
Nice, great steal, guys. Beautiful. Play this Zinzao here, and then we just kill them all. Play Zinzao, go over the wall. Beautiful. Beautiful, and they're both stuck. Beautiful, guys. Good, Shirelia. Just shove mid. Beautiful, and Kaisa's dead. Great. Just shove mid. Just shove mid, guys. Why are we on top wave? Nice. Good shit, guys. Great fucking play. Great play. Yeah, Rumble just immediately waste everything so that you can get your overheat into the W extra speed. Great play, though. Great collapse. The Renata here and the Yanar are incredibly strong.
Flag down. Hit.
Nice. Nice, guys. Great play.
I'm gonna play to peel this guy off you.
Great play. Nice. Nice, guys. Good fucking play. Beautiful. Way cleaner than first game. I was doing the live commentary there, so I have like I have about 45 minutes of me talking while you guys are playing. A lot of it was praise. I do want to say though, for the bits that like there's going to be a lot of praise, but then I think one of my biggest grievances here was when we went for, I want to say second or third drag, we killed Zinzao and then like we dilly-dallied where we were still fishing for like the Azir who was by the blue at that point. Like we just need to turn and help Yuji on the dragon, because after that you guys got zoned off and then we had to reset. I think some of our reset timers too are just a little bit off. For the dragon, I think that there's a world in that first one, especially where there was a little bit of like an argumentative topic there. What ends up happening is like Winter's tending to the wave, and then like Vagar and Yuji are in the pit. Even though we shove out the mid wave with Vagar, we immediately cross as like a couple minions are dying. And so it's like, no shit, they know exactly where we're going. So we need to fully crash it. We can't just leave like one or two if we're going to move instantly, because that's exactly what kicks them off of like, okay, well, I guess we'll just leave Xin Zhao topside on Herald and then the rest of them cross mid. Next point too is like, if we want to have Winter cross, Winter needs to be priority on Dragon, not the Vagar. If we want to like have the wave being caught, it needs to be either Vagar catches the wave bot, which is kind of awkward to like say it at the moment off. But you definitely do a lot more damage on that dragon as we did. But great steals or great smites overall. Like we had so many great smites. Never was a 50-50 because Yuji always had it, like even around that Baron steal. Good Renata R's, really good R's and beautiful catches. I really like the catch where it was around enemy blue buff banana. And we just caught him into the Vagar cage. Beautiful. I really liked how we played these games, or this game specifically, and I really liked how we played our fights. Just think that like if we are going to play as forward as we did Winter, especially on the mid play where you flashed to catch the Xin Zhao and Kaisa who were running away, be confident, but also let others know like why you are confident, if that makes sense. So like, I have flash, I can play this. Or watch me. Same thing as before, right? Because like, I think Kane is like half and half. She's preparing for like the leave, but she's also preparing for like to W and EU forward. So it's one of those things where like she needs to be on the exact same wavelength. Because if you are 100% like going in, you need to like make that apparent. And same thing with like if you want Yuji and or NASA or Luda to assist, they at least know whether or not to start pathing to you earlier rather than later. Yeah, no, good overall. Really good so far, guys. Keep it up. Really good. Couple of macro things that we just trip on, but like a lot of it is just those micro plays. And again, like I said, with this live commentary thing, you can kind of go back, you can hear your own comms, and you can see exactly like what's leading up to like that decision. And hopefully like when I'm talking about it in retrospect, or like when we're looking at it later on in a VOD review and with this like live commentary aspect, you can see exactly like, okay, maybe I was in the headspace for, we wanted to zone this guy out, we wanted to zone that guy out. Because I think like once we got the Xin Zhao, that was their smite. And there is no 50-50 because like Rumble was pathing down. Rumble doesn't need to ult the wave mid as he did later on in that play. We just need to like to stay in the lane. Or in the river to play like that angle. Oh, also you guys were like greeding out. I think this game was like a tale of kind of greed. I think like we had a lot of moments where like we were overstaying for like HP and mana towards the bot side, especially on your second back, I want to say, for both of you. The reason why she was gaining like a slight CS advantage is because she's clearing the wave faster than you guys, and that's strictly not because of her kit, but because of her itemization, whereas like you're still on Dorans. So it's finding a nice balance prior to the neutral objective, or using them on that neutral objective to gain that priority for yourself and gain that tempo. Because your lane like swaps the dynamic from like they're strong with Nautilus, Kaisa, or their burst becomes completely irrelevant after Kane gets like the Ruby Crystal as she did, or even like as you start scaling into like the Vampiric Scepter with sustainability. Cause like that's why it like felt dog shit and like felt very awful when like Nautilus is hooking, and there were some great cancels, mind you. Like you did a great job catching him as he was catching you, but it's the damage early that you just got to worry about, and that damage honestly becomes nil after like your slight itemization, because then you are just shielding yourself, you're Wing yourself, and you had a lot of great moments where Yuji's being kept alive after that. I want to do say though that like if you do have that W catch, definitely go for it, even if it does mean like committing on your flash, because there was a play I think bot side where Luda could have survived if he two things: if he pats towards you and you just get within like his range / he gets in yours to either W and or heal, because he goes down to like the last Azir proc, and that's just it's a very minuscule thing, but it's one of those things where it's like we did what was it, we did a 2 for 1, but it could have just been a 2 for nothing. Not a huge thing, I'm just being anal. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was pathing up. He was also pathing up towards try, and you're pathing down towards him. So no matter what, you're away from him.
Through our try instead of going down.
No. You were pathing fine. It's just between the both of you, he's playing out, you're playing in. And so like even if you're playing down, you still have that exact same distance between you two. And that's why like when I was saying earlier after game number 1, look me, that's where it's like, okay, now at least he knows like you're here. Right here. Yeah, right here on this play, Ludo.
Yeah.
Here? You're still here with her, and then you just run away last second because like I think you thought that Yuji was gonna instantly do it, or whoever was hitting the Azir, but you also just gotta be mindful of like what other tools. And don't be scared to like actively call out like W me, E me. Because she's fully committed right now on like getting the Q pick on Xin Zhao so he does not like get away. Like she has 2 things on her mind.
I had a bad camera. I don't think I caught him in my camera, like just barely.
I want to say too, if you guys don't mind, just quickly, if you're in this replay, can you quickly skip ahead to where we do inhib drag? I think it was like right here, yeah. Okay, this is gonna sound no. This is the end of fight, okay? My suggestion here is we make this a 3 tempo play, okay? And this is gonna just need some explanation, but hopefully you guys are aware of this next time. So right now it's 20-8. We need to rationally think like, okay, we obviously have major gold swing for us. We are up 12 kills. We are up potentially, this is soul point for us. These 2 can do drag, or Yuji can solo drag here, and the rest of us path towards Baron right now. Because you guys are taking so much time to do camps, and plus going back to what I was saying about the gold, we spend a little bit time doing the mid inhib, and we're giving them gold with those supers, especially if like we want to still play like these massive team fights. And so the massive team fights are going to be played where? Mid usually are chokes, right? So like does it make sense for them to like run to the areas that we want them to get collapsed on?
But do we want to do that when we have no ults?
Yeah, because if you do the tower, it was 40 seconds on Vhagar and 40 seconds on Rumble at that point. Next time you fight, you would have had ults for Baron here. The only ult that you do not have currently would be Rumble, I think, and it just came up. So my thing is that we do tower, we send 3 mid tower, we have whoever's doing drag at that time. I thought the split call was great. But afterwards, I would personally say fuck the inhib, and we just 3 run to Baron and rest rendezvous to Baron. The 2 from drag. Yeah, no, the Renata R's were great, and this was good. This was fucking good, Yuji. You caught him and he was fucked. There were multiple times where like we did a great job at doing that. And this was great. Yeah, this was good too. Also, great prioritization, guys. Great calls overall for collapsing on the Nautilus and the Mundo. Right, we're trying to take out the immobile guys. Xin Zhao is still slightly mobile because he can knock us out, and he can also dash towards one of our teammates that are not in the Cataclysm. But great collapses, continuously jumping on the Mundo, I thought with the R was great, and even better on the Nautilus. The bot side gank towards Nautilus, where I think 3 times we killed him like that, great. Also, just to also kind of go back here, kind of you were right. There was dive potential there. I actually was calling for the dive in the commentary too.
I noticed it after.
Yeah.
looking at the wave.
Because you guys have oncoming wave in, 5 minions under. Even if you die for that, I don't think Yuji needs to die, but you die for that, it's still positive gold for us. And then there's guarantee like miss 2 waves, and then that extra solo plate on the Yanara. It was good though. Our itemization this game was great, by the way. Yeah. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong here in terms of itemizations at all, guys. You guys played this great.
This is all very nice. Are we our draft though for the next one?
Yes, we are our draft. Sorry, I know we're on a time limit here.
I just don't want to make it sit there for 10 minutes.
I do.
No, you hate when people do that to you, Eugene. I vividly remember
What side? What side do they want? What side do they want?
They're on blue, we're on red.
Okay, sounds good. Just give me 1 second here. I just need to see something.
I will say, all in all, these people are very polite. This is a very
They are.
Scrim.
Yeah.
They're nice people.
It's because the ABC hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
He chimed in about cereal when you were doing
Yeah.
ABC.
Um,
Okay. I'm looking at Karthus. This game, I really want to do. I want to do Karthus, Panth, or Nock here.
for me,
Yeah,
Flex, caught this flex.
I'm really fucking with the Karthus.
I don't have almost any games on it, but I can play.
Carthus flex.
Okay. What would you prefer AP wise? I want to get you on AP this game.
Play Diana, Eugene?
I do play Diana. Can I request something?
Yeah, Diana, Yone, Yasuo.
Can I do one for my hero?
I was thinking that we would need topside. We played Renekton game 1, so we would need to do. We would need to do Shen. No, can't be Darius. We would need to do Shen.
Oh god.
I'm just thinking. Sorry, I'm just saying picks out loud. Doesn't necessarily mean that 100%. We would need to do Shen, Pantha, and Bessa. Shen, Pantha, and Bessa Jax. Of those 4. Shen and Bessa Panth, Jax, mid we would need to do. Honestly, I'm kind of fucking with the AD mid too. We do double AD bot side. We can do like Trist Ashe, Trist mid, Ashe bot with Sarah.
Yeah, sure.
Or if we wanted to do scaling.
I mean, I can.
Let me know, honestly, if you guys have suggestions, by the way.
I can also do Fiddle. I can do Brand. I mean, you're not a fan of Brand right now. If you really want it,
No, I'm not forcing you. I won't force you. I won't force you, Pookie Bear.
I can also do Morgana. I can do.
Dude, I just want to play Ari, man.
You do want to play Ari?
Getting banned.
I thought you said it's on your list of no-no. Chris Warren.
I can do Karthus. It's just that it's Karthus. So.
Are you okay with the Sarah here, Kane?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just thinking. I would need to do Braum ban then.
Yo, if they don't ban Aurelia, I think that would be an option for mid.
Yeah, 100%. We can do Aurelia.
Keep the Mel ban.
Yeah, we can do Mel. There you go.
I'd like to see Smolder.
I would rather do Smolder mid than Triss. This is Pantheon. Smolder's insane value into Panth. Are you okay with that? This is Smolder mid, not bot.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I get one la 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 la, please?
La, 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 la.
Okay. Into the Panth here. We still do have the Sarah. For what?
For their Pantheon.
Yeah. This is jungle. This is 100% jungle. I'm honestly kind of rocking with like the Smolder Sarah or Smolder Karma here.
Yeah, if you want to blind Sarah, we can.
You want to do Sarah blind or yeah? We already picked. There you go. Okay, and then we'll pivot into like an Asher Varus here. Just depends on what you want to do here.
Kind of fucking with Diana a little more if we're kind of going for this like Seraphine like wombo.
Mhm.
I wanna do that.
Mm-hmm. Or Fiddle. Fiddle's good here too. A lot of value. The only thing with Fiddle is like, so you usually want soul AP. But Sarah won't output that much AP. Okay, they kind of knew what we wanted to do. We still have the... They might have. We can do MF here. We can do MF. We can do Tristana. We can do Ziggs. We can do Sarah Ziggs bot lane if we really want to. Ziggs is a little trickier into Leo here. Sure. Sure. What is it? Need no fast.
Play Mord if you want to kind of like do a weird like pick a gear. They think it's top.
It's up to you. Mord is a lot of value here. I don't want to reveal AD here.
I can honestly do it.
Yeah? Oh, okay. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm done. We'll do that. There we go. Second phase, I need to Kled ban. I'm just trying to think what breaks this. Kled. Silas was banned. Mel. I'm just thinking. Sorry, guys. Would need to be Kled here. Kled is like way too versatile. They already went Azure. They already went fucking Aurora. They only have Kiana left. We could just do Yasuo as well here. He's going to do maybe Yas here. Maybe he does Yasuo. Yasuo. Yeah, it's just Yasuo here that they have. I'm banning Yasuo. I don't need the Smolder mid to get fucking Shmoody shuffled on. Okay, last R5. Yeah, R5 I want AD, by the way. So you're up here on the block. What would you like, sir, for top lane? Mbessa, Gwen, huge value here. Mbessa's also... Oh, yeah. Mbessa, I also have a Scion here. I also have an Olaf.
I think just Mbessa.
Mbessa? Okay. Or Gragas? Okay, sounds good.
Not today.
Oh, man. So far looking like a Sivir, possibly. Sivir Sarah. Also could do like Sarah. Want to give you something with a little bit of mobility here. Can't be Ezreal because the R. Could be possibly Samira. Yeah. Very immobile. Gets caught by Leo. Yeah, very immobile. Sivir, I'm just bouncing picks. It's either Samira, Sivir. If you fucking played Kalista, that'd be so funny.
Hold on. What about Sona Seraphine? And then Seraphine goes.
No, we would need AD here. It can't just be on like Smolder here.
I mean, can we not play Ezreal?
We can do Ezreal. We can do Ezreal Sivir. Ezreal?
Let's do Ezreal.
Okay, sounds good. There we go. Okay, a little bit of a uncharacteristic comp from us, but I think that this one's really gonna prove like our team fighting this. Like we always love to fight team fights. By the way, if you guys don't know, you do have to state where this shit is going. I just heard the text pop, so I'm pretty sure that's what we're talking about right now.
They did tournament drafts. So.
Oh, okay, no worries. I do want to note, like just for our sakes, primary engages who? Yeah, it's gonna be Sarah. You're first to enter, okay? Either you were first to enter on like either direct or like we get a pick with the Sarah stun with the double E or the R or Mbessa flank, okay? They're very, very immobile. Like they have no mobility whatsoever. And so they want us to like play inside the choke here. I know that like the Yorick seems like AIDS, but honestly, we delete this shit. And it's also added bonus stacking for Smolder. Does that mean that I'm like indexing Smolder to answer the waves? No, I do not want that at all. Please, dear God, do not do that to me. But what I do want instead is I want us to just be proactive enough to identify like, hey, if we are playing stacking Smolder, we don't need to have mid constantly mid. Like if we want to play for the grubs, we need to send AD mid with support. Like this Smolder can play side is basically what I'm trying to get at. And like he's more than happy to play side because he is going to be stacking side if that makes sense. Does that mean that he gets first dibs on like your wave, Luda and Winter? No. But that also means that like if we are both fighting for waves, so Smolder and Bessa, Smolder, Ezreal, there is an issue. We should not be doing that, okay? We need to make sure that NASA is in solo lane. Lot of versatility in having Luda in these fights. Pre 125 on Smolder. 125 Smolder stack afterwards, then we can start to have that discussion. Otherwise, we just need to have Smolder on the side. Okay? Also, that does not mean that I'm asking Smolder to start the goddamn game on the side. No. But what I am saying is that, like, this game, unlike last game, is a huge game of making sure that wave is fully crashed. We cannot have Smolder arriving late, and we cannot have Smolder on some random ass angle that we are not. Okay? Backing is number one. Our comp only works if we constantly have item advantages over them. Our comp does not work like last time where we are just playing the util of our comp. We have more utility this game compared to last, but that does not give us a freebie to greed. If you have more than 1100 gold in your pocket, no matter what role you are, and you have an opportunity to back, and you are not just to catch one more wave, one more tower, or one more opportunity, we are tempo trapping ourselves. Do not tempo trap. Let's close this thing out clean 3-0. These guys are not up to our level. We've shown this for the first 2 games. Now let's seal the deal. Yep, go ahead.
So you say 1100 is the gate, right?
Yeah.
So what if they need to save for BF surge?
Oh, that's a good point. Then we're actually talking about like, hey, I'm X amount of gold off. I don't want to play until I have this spike. We are playing off of spikes.
Me, I'm Mordekaiser.
Okay.
Okay, question. So from
Yep.
animation, do I go like redemption Mikhails, or do I build like mage?
Into this game, I want you just to go the Helia into Moonstone. We are unkillable. Yeah. Helia Moonstone, and then you can do Dawn Core or Redemption.
Okay. Exhaust or heal?
Heal.
I think
Heal, you're never close enough for the exhaust. If you really want, you can do cleanse if she's doing cleanse as well.
Whoever walks into me in the pit, by the way, just gets fucking hard.
Yes, but also you can't just be in the pit alone. So that's one of those things where last game we need to make sure both are pushed. And there's no issue this game, right? With Smolder pushing. Okay, so let's make sure then that we are shadowing Ezreal, and let's actively talk about it like if we are shadowing each other. Keep up comms, making sure that everyone is aware of where we are. Remember, the look me, I have angle, I have this. Letting others know exactly your intention goes a very, very long way. It eliminates the Professor X syndrome of trying to read minds, and it's more so the Wolverine method of I see, I kill. And that's exactly what we need this game. So, like I said, Kane, you are going to be the initiation, but that does not necessarily mean that like you hold it off to last second. Even if it's one, just throw that shit because we play off of the small advantages, and later on that's going to spike up and bloom out into game wins. All right, I'm going to be muted now. Start with the commentary, but best of luck, friends. Good luck.
Thank you.
They can invade with.
Yes, they can. I don't think we see it either. We just have to and that's it.
Yeah, their invade is very scary.
Banana bush.
Yeah. Yep.
When you get chance, please stream NASA and or Yuji.
I cannot
Put a word.
this issue right now. I'm sorry.
My stream died. What the fuck?
I'll try it.
Summoner has disconnected.
So this game, I'm gonna do.
They
3
invaded.
points-
Invading top.
Heard.
Just got the word.
I'm gonna do 3 points into Q, and then I'm gonna max shield.
Okay. Heard. You just be careful of them walking through mid. Yep.
Strat, buddy.
We regen those.
If we hug here, her Zenith Blade doesn't great.
Sorry about that, folks. I'm starting off the commentary a little bit later on, but really, really, really good calls so far. The Zenith Blade early on is like really insane. I think here the Ezreal and the Sarah just need to play within the wave. Also, this game, I think that she went, yeah, Conk. Conk is not bad at all here, especially killing the Yorick, but you get a lot of versatility, especially into the Ashe and especially into the Leona. If we want to go two things, PTA and or LT. LT is not really traditional anymore, but you have a lot of pressure with LT, especially into some of these attack speed. Remember about the Unholy Trinity if you've read Crimson's 80 carry cheat sheet. It's all about making sure that we can play the hybrid champions or the caster champions into the attack speed. So what do you do when you actually want to play into them? You need to kind of like do what they're best at, which is the attack speed, but also play into your own positives, such as like the cast ability.
How's the sacking going?
Just kind of chilling here. I've hit every single W on her so far.
Okay. No E. We can just let this push to us and they just suffer.
Their bot lane has not had an opportunity to go to river, so it is not warded. If you
At
look
least
at
our try is definitely not worded. I don't know about Pixel.
Great comms overall here. I think Luda does not need to play as far up as he is into the Yorick. Just let the wave crash because Yorick will unfortunately have to shove. He doesn't have the fortunate ability to like hold the wave and shit. Great clear so far by Yuji, by the way. I really like how like we kind of choked him out. I think at most though, if I were to redo it again, I would probably have like Mord on R2 only because like just needed a smite here if like the Gromp is leaving. But probably have the Mord on R2 and then R3 if we really want to do R3 Mord, have the have AD on R4. So it's like an awkward thing because I got to sacrifice like one of the flexes. So I either sacrifice like mid jung flex or sacrifice like AD mid flex. And like you just kind of need to do one of those. I hear if Yuji shows, then Smolder can actually like shove pretty safely, but it's like super awkward right now with like yeah, the wave is just so very wonky here. Nice, but NASA still shoves it down. Really good, and Mbessa gets a lot here topside. Okay, Mbessa's letting the wave bounce, but it won't bounce here like as much as she wants it because her attacks are going to be AoE, plus the ghouls too are going to be making sure that like it's constantly stacking.
Played my top side.
Yeah, he played topside here, which is very unfortunate, but at least we also were able to get like a lot out of his jungle, or his bot side at least with the crab. This is good. Good dodge from NASA. Great dodge from NASA. If we want to be playing in this lane bot, we need tier on first back, which should be like as a definitive, but we just got to make sure that like we continuously are just like able to stay in the wave and not get shoved out. No. We don't even need to do this. We don't even need to. Just back up. Just back up. Just keep your autos. Yeah, maintain autos next time. Really like our mana management so far in Ezreal. Just let this wave shove. There you go. Nice. Nice. We just need to auto prior to the tower hitting. This minion we reset right after taking, and oh. See, this is a little bit of a greed because like we have 1300. We don't even need to shove it because like Ashe will obviously try shoving wave, and so she cannot really hold a freeze because her W like does not allow her to, right? Like see, they're gonna like just try baiting this. Like now Sarah also just kind of plays awkward. Nice, beautiful turn though, guys. Great turn. Great turn. Great turn. This is just all Ezreal here. Nice. Nice, just keep going. Nice, anyone? Beautiful play. Great fucking gank too, guys. Great gank. Ah, no one got cannon. Just always be mindful of cannon. It's okay though. Great play. Tier Sheen. Tier Sheen longsword. There we go. Perfect. Extra HP. Extra HP. Nice. I really like this. We're aware of like the tempo and stuff. for a little bit. Let's watch some mid here.
Yeah, he's on reset right now.
This is good. 43 stacks at 7 minutes. Not bad at all. This is really nice. So far, we're on tempo for, I think it's like 8 stacks a minute, which is pretty good. We just now need to like aggressively shove this. And if there's like a Syndra putting pressure here, just whenever she walks up like this, we just go for the W. Like she basically is trying to play off of like our pressure. We don't need to reserve our mana for like the Qs occasionally. Don't be afraid of W. Yeah. Just shove the wave. Shove wave of Smolder and then we just stack. Pretty free stack too. Yeah, nice. Doesn't hurt. Let's see. Does it actually hit? Okay, it's about 3k.
So he's sick.
He's taking it very slowly.
I really like this play topside though. Like we don't get the drag, but like we know like yeah, it's kind of weird play from Lita. Just needs to play in the lane because now they know like to stack 3. If Lita just plays out of vision, like they don't know who the hell is bot. Even though obviously, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, if she's not top, she's gonna be bot. But still, like, we just don't need to give off like that info. Beautiful play here. Really good overall. Trying to get the cannon there. Okay, let's look at what Yuji's doing here. Yeah, more jungle is so strong here. I think this needs to be haunting guys just because of the nature of Yorick and just the nature of like the Leo here and Panth. But really good overall. No, still not contested. Panth can't really walk in. Sarah does not need to walk up to zone. She just needs to play at distance. Beautiful call here. It's exactly what we need to do. Yeah. Run objective to objective. We give over bot so that we go for top instead, and we get a little bit more off of the top. This is really good. And now we swap. Exactly. It's cooked as fuck. Yeah, just run. Nice. The angle was weird. I don't think we can play this. He takes Ashe into the zone. Probably can kill. She flashed. He has to W immediately. Yeah, he had to W immediately. And now Yuji might die here from the Q. Yeah, it's one of those things where like we actually don't need to like play the fight. We just, if Sarah's dead, she's dead. Ezreal was honestly like fine. Ezreal could have completed his back. It's one of those things where like we do the hero play. Like we did not need to do the hero play. Ludo gets stuck within the thing there. Yeah, it's one of those tricky things where remember it's like being cautious about where we are backing. Like we're like backing on vision, and so it's kind of obvious. Like, oh, I wonder where they are, you know. And so like obviously they're gonna be in the first push right beside the goddamn minion wave. Still so far, really liking what I'm seeing. Besides that top skirmish, think that we just need to like chill on the hero play. I think this is probably indexed into Rallies first, which Rallies is pretty good, especially into the jungle. Still think that it should be the Riftmaker just because you are going into tanks and because you need a little bit more sustainability. Plus, you also are going to be kind of the front man for the Sarah. Although Rylais is very smart in the sense that like it would proc on the Sarah E, so it does not need double E. If Mord is slowing, then it's free. This is very weird. Choke here from Sarah Mord. This is fine. Yeah, right here. We can pinch with Smolder. He might say that he does not have the damage, but he definitely does. Warhammer with the stacks. This is really nice here from Winter. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it should be heal here, or should be cleanse there for Sarah, because Sarah's just gonna constantly get fucking tagged. Or Mikhail's first too. Could be Mikhail's, honestly, so that you like survive. Just one of those things where like the second Sarah like is up, then it's up in terms of positioning. It's really tricky to play because like they just go for Ashe. This is nice. Just go for the Ashe. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Where? Like whiffing our abilities. Q flash. QW flash. No. It's okay.
Nice try.
Definitely think it's QW flash there. Your Q reduces the cooldown of your E, and then you can E forward.
Okay, heard.
I've got items, so I'm pretty good.
Winter, you need to talk about your spike there. Is Triforce on 100 more gold?
You're gonna
I
reach
can
it.
reset for drag.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's just playing this trick here right now.
Another minion or another cannon.
Can't go to the other side of the
Sidger's
opposite
walking down to you.
Yeah. Ludanisa flash.
Does Sidra have R? Or, not R,
Yes.
but, flash?
Pop your biscuit here, and then just take the wave reset.
I got hop shot in.
Running back bot.
Okay, Sarah cannot be here on vision. Cannot be walking here for vision. Sarah just needs to chill. In terms of defense, just make sure that mid is shoved here with Smolder. Just play with Smolder. After this wave, Luda just needs to reset. You just run top and then look for TP potential.
Did Sidra push down for a sec?
No Leo ult, no Leo
Yeah,
ult.
this is great.
Ashe arrow.
Whoa, we should have ulted Pantheon, not the Ashe. We should have ulted Panth.
I'm TPing.
And they're collapsing. Yeah.
Just
I'm going top then.
Needs to be Warden's Mail here on Mord later on if he wants to be frontline tank. What happened? I thought we were TPing top. He did TP. Apparently it got cancelled. Not quite sure with what. Ashe Arrow hit Leo. That's awkward. That's fine though. Hopefully we get a lot out of top here. Yeah, the issue here is like Sarah's walking forward and like Sarah needs either Mikhail's or like she just needs just to chillax in terms of like just waiting for everyone else. The range is like really killing us because like we're going like Sarah's playing frontline and like we don't need frontline Sarah. We need like frontline either Mord and or we just get the collapse on him. Okay, Pantheon's ulting top. This is fine. He has no flash, so like this is just wasted R from Panth.
12 down.
Really good from Smolder stacking. We have that insurance.
We have to match you.
I can match you.
No, we don't need. Yeah, it should be Smolder matching Yorick. Should not be Ezreal Sarah.
Up to you guys.
I think just play your wave for now.
No, it should be definitely Smolder matching Yorick. Gets extra stacks off ghouls. Yes, Ezreal and Sarah like have a fucking really tough time dealing with these ghouls. Should be Smolder.
But they have bot lane up here, so
Yeah,
they can take the objective.
that's one of those things.
They're gonna probably give it to York.
Can't resist here.
Fighting this is a
Sell Dorn's ring.
They're already up there. They already have everybody there. And mid's about to get cryo, so I don't think we can. Realistically, by the time we get there, they're gonna have it done.
It's fine. We can give Herald here and then potentially give the.
Bot
We need to play York. We need to play York. We need to just like.
Yeah, this is smart. Just play Yorick here. Nice.
we go on him.
They have shattered, and I'm going back.
Nice.
He has no maiden.
Nice. Nice. Beautiful flash.
You're 3 with Herald.
We need to take this. We need to take this.
Yeah, I agree. You need bot side here. Take the blast cone though, or the vision
Get the
plant.
tower.
Okay, Yorick is backing. They're gonna send bot here.
This first tower. We need to shove this like ASAP.
No, first tower is top.
Beats already.
No, yeah, it was close, but we just needed a W a lot sooner. It's fine though.
Going for tier 2.
We match.
I'm on reset.
I can play mid real fast. You're down.
I don't know about playing mid here. I think we just like leave the Smolder to stack.
Herald's dead.
Nice try. Just leave the Smolder to stack.
Behind.
Behind.
I'm here.
I'm ulting him.
Yeah, Nessa is like too tunnel into like where Syndra is. That's way too tunnel. The Sarah aura was like really wonky. Okay, that's huge shutdown.
Okay, I'm trying to play out.
I'm on Ash. I'm on Ash. I'm on Ash.
Yeah, if you can get it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we tunneled way too hard.
Got shut down, which is really big.
That's not bad. I should have backed up.
I agree.
Treads.
They do
realize UG is like gonna win these fights, otherwise he's just slowing. Needs to be Smolder answering this. Like I said earlier, like Smolder gets free stack here every single time there's a ghoul, and like York can't actually play the game. We can have stack versus stack, but it's just a lot tougher to play like that. Ezreal's dead here. Yeah. Sarah dies for his sins. No, this is good. Play it. Okay, it's fine. Just play the poke. You gotta land the W's though. WQs. You're just trying bot. Think it's tough. Mina on drag. We just gotta chill. After this should be Mikhail's here. There's no point to run and like try to like choke this out. Yeah. Just reset. The two of you reset here. The issue is like Smolder's never in these fights. Like Smolder is like on side lane, and like you're right, you do play side lane, but like you gotta also like look to like get a little bit of burst damage here and there. And like Ezreal and Kane are like not really resetting. Kane especially, like it's just getting bursted unfortunately. Just reset Ezreal. Just reset, stop walking back and forth, just reset. Yeah. Now we're on reset on vision, by the way. This is really tricky. Yeah, this is really good play. Just equalizing the amount of gold, right? It's not about like what they get. It's also about like what we can stop them with. I'm pretty sure Ezreal also has R here. Could fire a blind. Could fire R blind here just to see vision, just to see like how far or how long we have. Like, yeah. This is great. This is great. Top tower here. Nasus on 174. Yeah, there was so much potential for Ezreal to R. Probably not going to be steal, but you never know. This is fine. We're going to lose tier 1 in the mid lane, though. Someone at least needs to be mid. I think Luda should be answering mid wave. Yeah. Yeah, Smolder or... Oh, wonky TP. They just cover the TP now with Leo R. Yeah, just R the wave here. Don't walk back, brother. Yeah, this is so awkward. Yeah, we kind of did that to ourselves. We should have just R'd the wave and just like backed up. We don't need to like walk back and forth like awkwardly. This is good though from Ezreal. Nice try, Flash. Nice. Maybe there's a potential where Ezreal EQs here. Oh, nice. Yeah, just kill Leo. Just kill Leo. Nice. 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 Good fight, guys. That was a little bit scary. Great play. Bessa needs to back up. This is like a Black Cleaver and then you actually have angle. Otherwise it's just like you're just doing Eclipse right now for the sake of Eclipse. Let's see. Did Kana go Mikhail's? Mikhail's next. This is like 1,000 gold that we don't need to hold on to. Just reset here and you buy components. Otherwise we're just overstaying. More to 758. He's holding off for a Rift Herald. Or not Luda, sorry. That's UG. Yeah, this needs to be back though. This is like really illegal. I mean, there's a world in like where we just walk with Mord, we stand right behind Mord as Sarah instead of just like backing up entirely off of that bush. Nice. This is great. Can we not pinch Leo here? Like, yeah. This is we need everybody like to contribute to like vision. Like this is 500 gold on like Smolder that like there was no pinks here. Yeah. Take Leo or Panth. Okay. Ooh, just play front to back. Nice. Just watch out. He's on flank. Okay. Luda gets that, yeah. We just need vision. That's a collapse of vision there. It's a real big collapse on vision where like we have no idea if Yorick is backing or not. And then the other issue too is like he ported right behind us, and like Ezreal was like on the flank, and like it's tough, especially with the Sarah and stuff. We can play chokes, but like chokes are not our preferred here, especially like if Smolder's not like in a good angle.
We'll have stacks for next drag, maybe. It'll be close.
The like NASA is just like hugging his lane though, and it's like you can do that, but like come on, we gotta like actually be in the fights too. Like you'll have execute later on, but like we gotta be in these fights. It just feels like it just feels like Syndra's like just fucking running with the wolves and Panth. It's like Panth and Leo are just running together, and like we just need a little bit of movement on the map, to be honest. Our movement's very limited. I like this deep vision right now from Kane though. We need like top side.
I need to keep bot here.
Lita's kind of struggling this game, and so it's a little bit tough. He's trying his best to like get back in the game, and CS is not that off. I think NASA like for sure just needs to be in these fights and needs to actively call out how many stacks he's on. Like this is good. Finally, like we're grouped, and like we might have potential to turn if like no Leo are, but like why is NASA going top here though? Like what is this? NASA's like running top side now. He's like maybe going bot. Nope, he's still top. Like what is this? Why do we need TP if like you just run here? Like for 4 minions, like we're greeding so hard. Yeah. Yeah, we need Smolder. Like I don't know exactly. Smolder gets nothing doing this.
I kill her.
You're in 4 of them.
Smolder gets nothing doing this. This is so bad. Like it's just like in Narnia. Yeah, I agree. We need go button with Smolder.
Take our space. Like we had here, right? I had ult angle and everything.
I agree. And then Smolder ran. Smolder ran.
Run over me and ult me and then just kill me.
Yeah.
I'm the only way we get fight off.
Connie's right, but the main issue is like the team is disjointed. Like even though Mord was there to cover, and I don't think that's necessarily like who she's blaming here. The issue is that like she has the pinch on them, but the damage is not there because Israel is like trying his best, but the Smolder is the heart of like the stack here. And it's like, why did we just negate the entire play to run top side? Like what is the advantage of like playing top? And instead we're like opting actively like to just run away and just play for TP, where it's like we don't need to do that. If you're in the fight, you can still get it. Like here, like there is nothing going for us. Like here, there's no vision control whatsoever. We shove all the way up, and like waves are not synced, right? Why do they? What is the benefit off a split push if we have no vision? There's nothing, right?
They're coming from behind. We have to go to bot.
He's back. He's back.
Good tier 2 take though. I really like this as a response. Great flash.
Oh, they got Baron.
That's fine. That's fine. Good flash overall. Just play bot wave here on Ezreal. Why do we go here? Why do we go here? Ezreal's dead. We're just like so awkward. Just E over the wall. E over the wall. It's too late. Yeah, we shouldn't have walked down. We should have like walked all the way just across. We take the tower and then we just run around. Just run around. Not yeah, it's tough. It's really, really tough. I think our team is just like really like disjointed. Like UG's trying his hardest, but like he can't really play some of these fights if like there's no damage. He's like the front line, and Bessa needs to like be in these fights more retroactively looking for flanks. And like Smolder actually needs to do damage. Like yeah, this is really tough. I don't know why we flashed for this. It just seemed kind of wonky there. It's a pretty bad flash. And Bess is getting fucking melted over here because she doesn't have really a lot of damage. Should have been Bork. Yeah. Smolder's like just standing still. Yeah. The Qs from Ezreal. Nice. EQ. He dies here. Or she dies, sorry. When I say he, I promise I'm speaking about Ezreal, not Winter. Yeah, Nasa's been saying he's strong, but he's not really showing up ever in these fights. Like, needs to be in these fights.
We have stacks now, so we'll be able to utilize.
Needs to be in these fights, and Ludo's like really quiet, so like no one really knows what's going on with like Ambessa. Like I think like we just need to play as like a team in these fights. And the issue too is like I think as long as we just take Leo, it's good. It's not even Ashe. It's like take Leo or take Panth and we survive.
For this, or it's like genuinely over. So TP top. Or top this.
Arring the
No
wave.
R. No R on me. I'm gonna have to give it probably, guys.
Can we look here, please?
Mm,
That's two. I'm
great ult. That's a great ult. This should have been Smolder R. Smolder's still holding on to R for some reason. Now we just use R for like no one. Okay. At least we're online now. But should have been Smolder R immediate there on the Sarah R. There was no reason why we hover or hold. Yeah, that was real tough. There's like no follow up on Sarah R.
Yeah, they're trying to down me, but this is really good peel from you guys. So
As this is really good peel, but it's the peel means your teammates die.
Okay, they're prepping this right now.
I don't see how we can do it.
We
need to
either
get
try to
it out.
attempt it or we lose the game.
No, I don't think we lose the game if they take it.
we need to just get these waves out and mark down.
I think Elder's still fine. I think we just play for waves, like just play for waves and actually use our abilities. Like we're 289 on Smolder. It's still fine. Should not have went rapid fire third. Should definitely went like LDR anti-heal. Like that would have been probably our priority.
There are 3 here.
Yeah, Ludo's dead here, and they pinched on Yuji. Yuji just needs to get out here.
I'm just taking for
This is really good pick on Leo, but she unfortunately just kills. Let's see what's happening with the rest of them. Sarah dies here. That's a great shield from Pantheon to block it. Yeah, just think this game honestly is a catch of like our prioritization is like a little wonky in terms of like our spacing for like our spacing is like very awkward. Nice. Leo dies here, right? Nice. Doesn't really, yeah. Alright, GG's. Big takeaways from this game. NASA, you needed to like get out of lane, brother. You were like way too like in lane. You only ever started fighting on like 225. You needed to like you need to find a gap between healthy farming and then also roaming, because like there was a fight towards like our banana bush. You left for top lane. Like you left as the fight was like about to kick off, and like you had enough time to run back or you had enough time to stay. Like you just abandoned the play in general. If you don't mind just opening up could someone open it up? Like, so Sarah's getting the picks here, but the issue is like as a team, we are not talking about like who our priority is. Like we're flash ulting like Ashe when like we don't really have priority. Luda needs help on the Yorick, but like Luda, you got to speak up, my man. Like if we need help like that, like we just actively target as a team. And it's just like last game where I think it was NASA was like, or maybe first game, NASA was saying, oh, thank you Yuji for coming mid. Like that really set the tone at the lane. We need to set the tone at the lane here. I'm just waiting on someone to pull it up so I can like speak specifics rather than speak out of my ass here for like the play. But yeah, it's just one of those natures of like our team fighting was just so god awful. Because like when we did have Smolder, it's like topside when Kane got the 2-man underneath tier 3, Smolder still had R like that entire time. We just gotta rip that shit. Like we're conservatively holding it. I don't know where it was timestamp wise, so unfortunately you had to find it. It's not till late game at least. It's late game when you guys were fighting around the blue buff banana. Right here, maybe? No, not here, not here. Not here, not here. 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 Yeah, go back. Go back to when this fight kicks off, I think. Yeah, keep going back, Okay, look at where Sarah is, okay? Sarah has pressure, she has vision. This is really risky pressure and vision, but she's creating vision through, she's creating pressure through vision. She takes the blast cone, she's denying their vision, okay? Okay, watch what happens. Like Ezreal's like hovering mid here. They try to collapse. Beautiful E. Okay, Smolder, where the fuck are you going? Where the fuck is Smolder going? Hit N. But like, you have TP. If you really need to catch top, you play TP. But like, look, we had all that vision. What is the point? What are you doing top? Actually, you're still not like TPing. And you even call out like actively, to be fair. You call out like, oh, is there a TP or something? But like, we were there first. Why are you not here? You have stacks. You can easily play your R here. Like, this is just pressure that like we die for nothing. Sarah dies with ult up because she's not in a position ult. Like, it's just so tricky because it's like everyone's standing around like, now what? Because you are AoE. You're AoE. I think, yeah. We had really big tunnel this game, I think was the issue too, like where we want a team fight, but at the same time, like we actively don't want a team fight. We're like farming. And I think that was like a NASA thing where like he was permanently like just trying to like, I don't know, like what did we get here? Also, there was a play prior where, or there was a call prior where it's like, okay, no, we are not going to rotate Ezreal and Sarah. We're not going to switch off of the York. That it should have been a switch off 100%. Should have went to Smolder just to answer. Because like, it's just a fundamental thing. Like we just needed to be in the fight. And like here, if you skip ahead, sorry, to the next cluster of like lines. Keep going. I think it's a little bit ahead of this when they're like sieging our top tower. I hear like no one's able to follow this up, unfortunately, from Yuji. So it's like we just used flash and stuff, and I think honestly, if you want to TP, you TP way deeper into like the lane there, Luda, and then you have major flank. And here, this was illegal as fuck. Someone was calling this like, what the fuck is this? That was illegal as fuck for her to do. Yeah, it's just like, well, like what the fuck? It should have been LDR third for Smolder, not RFC. We needed to like kill tanks, anti-heal, or LDR. This was unfortunate. Well, this was unfortunate. You try EQing and she kind of predicts it, or does it late at least. That's whatever. My major thing is like this next cluster of lines. Go to the next one.
This one or this one?
That one right there, yeah. This one. Just watch what happens. Okay, we're playing this, okay? We're like sieging. We either need to like call out that like we're off of this, or like we're full committing. Like here, like NASA's like kind of walking around micro movements, and like so is Winter to some extent, and like everyone's just getting shredded. And like now we are, but we are like just immediately to our side rather than like just aiming up to like get the Syndra and Pantheon in it too. And like RFC does nothing for us because like we still had those tanks that we gotta cut through. Shrilda's is not the play anymore on Ezreal. It's just LDR. Shrilda's only procs when they're 50% and it just slows 50%. Yeah, just in the future, LDR or the Mortal Reminder. Yeah, just think like how we played this comp though. Very awkward. Like Ambessa 2, rather than going Eclipse, you just index into the Shojins earlier so that you can survive a little longer, or BC into this. It's really tough though. Like you need to just actively call out like, hey, we need to break this and then I can actually move. And Connie, in terms of like constantly getting picked and stuff like that, I think that's an issue of like our team needs to be around you or vice versa. Like, you need to be around the team so that if they do get the pick, it's not just like, okay, well, they got the pick and they're out for free. It's like they got to fight for it. Or even past then, second item, Mikhail's.
I think it's fine. Like, I shouldn't have recommended this pick because, like, when I'm behind, it's like hard for me to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think the Mordecai is troll because how do you ever get like Ash prefix? I'm talking about like instead
Mm.
of ulting her, I'm talking about like gaming. You just kind of like walk and then just get kited.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. It kind of just forces you to ult her if you want to get her out of the fight. But when you were doing that, she didn't even have a bounty. She wasn't even like
A priority. She's not the priority pick.
Right.
Yeah, the prio pick honestly was like Pantheon for the majority of the game. I would argue like the crux of like your fights was literally Pantheon surviving and sustaining it all with E. But honestly, like in a brighter aspect, that's what scrims are for, right? Like let's be honest here. We play scrims to practice stuff that we don't conventionally play. Do we play like Ezreal Smolder often? No, but is it still fine at practice to like get these games in? Yeah, 100%. And it's also games to like build confidence on like, okay, this is this type of angle, or at least now we know this type of matchup, like how we play that matchup specifically. Like obviously, like I'm sure Luda's never gonna look at a Yorick and be like, you know what? I think this is an Mbessa angle, right? It's just one of those things where like we proactively are trying and testing things out, and unfortunately it didn't work this game. But let's focus on like the positives, because when we are on, we are on. It just means unfortunately like this one specific weird out there comp style, we just can't slot ourselves into right now, and or we just need to find better conventional picks that slot a lot easier. Might not be the Mord today, but it could be the Fiddle tomorrow, right? Could be the Elise that we called out earlier. There's a lot of things, but I want to focus on like the positives and stuff like that from the scrim set. We had great comms in that second game and the first game combined. It's not like we had dog comms this game either. We kept that level of like positivity. We kept that level of we can do this, we can do that. I did think that we had a lot more like quietness specifically towards like our solo lanes this game, but I honestly think that's a product of like just being tilted by the comp or being tilted by our inactivity, like what we can do into our counter lane. I also think like we got frustrated this game, rightfully so, just because like we allowed ourselves to like fall for the trap of tunneling, and that tunneling really cost us later on. And that's tunneling from like an aspect of running away from fights, choosing different priority targets, forcing fights that we don't need to, just different things like that. But again, number one thing I want to take away from this scrim set at least is making sure that in terms of like where we are relative to everyone else, we are constantly being aware of that, because we had some really high highs, noting that, but we also had some pretty okay lows. Right? Like we play scrims to like, not to lose, obviously, but to get these types of like, well, maybe the Mord doesn't slot so well into Panth, but next time it'll slot even better into something else, right? And eventually when they buff, like, let's say inshallah they buff like a more jungle, or like when the Silas and Nautilus and stuff are buffed, then we have a lot more versatility. I do think still though, like, and this is just me being straightforward because I want to win and I know all of you want to win, I do think our champ pools are still really kicking us in the ass. We need to have bigger champ pools. Those who know they need to expand know that they need to expand, and those that need to know that they need to refine need to refine. But we just need to expand, because some of these priority picks, as much as like we don't want to play it, we kind of need to slot ourselves into that mindset of like, I might not want to, but I want to win more. Like just as an example, like Silas, I guarantee you will be a huge pickup next patch. Huge pickup. And like it's going to be insane for top. It's going to, not top. It's going to be insane for mid, and it's going to be insane for jungle. And we need to be able to play two styles.
Those two picks I will be putting on.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, it's. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna felt like really good to play. It seemed like a lot of the pieces complemented the other pieces, like
Yeah, synergistic. This one
gave
wasn't.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, maybe it might be something we can kind of just keep in our back pocket as a comp.
You know
Put it in our front pocket. Game 1 if we're on blue side, please. I would like to play
What-
Yunara
what fits
every
this
game
comp?
if they have it unbanned.
What fits this comp more, if you really want to know, like, if we're not going off of like let's practice this or let's just play this for the sake of playing it third game, because we won the, technically speaking, we would have won the series, right? 2-0. Let's be real with ourselves. Let's say we look at this from like a realistic tone. Do you have the draft for game number 3 graphic?
Yes.
I have it up now. Okay, so realistically, if I were to look at this and cross it with my notes, cross it with tier list and what you guys play, Smolder Sarah is fine. Sarah, we really like invested our bans for it, so it's kind of like a no-brainer here. Definitely kind of sucks that they took the Ashe. I think that if we wanted to do Sarah though, we could have just done the Ashe and then we R5 on Smolder, so it's an easier matchup for him. That's not to say Syndra is like fucking awful for him or anything. She's stacking, he's stacking, he stacks harder if he's in fights, but that's the key detail. Needs to be in fights. We are not playing Nasus. Point blank. We played that shit like we played Nasus today. Okay? We cannot do that. That is not one of those picks where we want to do that. I think realistically this should be Ashe, Sarah. They respond with whatever. Mordekaiser, probably not the pick here. If we really wanted to index further, we could have done like a knock here, so we turn off the lights. So it's easier for Sarah. Plus, they don't have that blind, like, even if they want to go Ashe Leo, oh, I see fucking Sarah, let me just fucking throw an R on her. Right? Turn off the lights prior to objective. That way we can sneak into a bush real quick and look to turn the fight on them. Or let's say they snipe our Sarah, turn off the fucking lights, play defensive, and catch them out instead. Assuming we are not picking Smolder here for mid, probably going into the Syndra. I really like a Cassio into this comp too. Stops Pants, stops Ashe. Could have been a Cassio, could have been a Lissandra as well here, even though it is slightly low range. Also, if we ever do play it again too, could have been a Nivea. Nivea is incredibly strong here, especially into like the 3 melees that they have, and plus the low mobility mid and AD. Topside blind Mbessa. Probably should have done Cassante here in retrospect, just because they have 2 ADs and Mbessa is kind of like a feast or famine champ. And so like when you're going the bruiser, we need something else to actually like accompany that. And I know I had told Luda earlier, like, don't just be picking the blind pick, the brain dead tanks topside just for the sake of picking. But at least Cassante has a little bit of threat, especially when he's a little bit weak. Mbessa, really tough time dealing with like the Yorick or any other champ for that matter that has the minions, because Yorick, again, if no one had remembered, Yorick got a significant patch a couple seasons ago where his little ghouls survive past a couple of autos so that they're not just one shot consistently, and Mbessa needs to like do 3 abilities to actually kill one. And so that's pretty much the story of top lane this game, unfortunately. And Ezreal, probably not Ezreal because he's not that reliable of a tank killer. Should have been the Sivir. Should have stuck with what we had talked about and not just tried reinventing. That's on me. I think that we just do Sivir here so that Sarah has a little bit of survivability with the Sivir if Sivir is the one in front of Sarah and not the other way around. And I think Kane, I think you do end up going the cleanse and you do end up going the Mikhails. But again, obviously this is just a retro spec thing, so it's not like we're gonna have full knowledge of like everything that we just talked about at the time of the game, but these are definitely good things to think about if we ever need to run into this type of comp again or run this comp in general. Just think, honestly, this was just a comp where it's like, yeah, let's try something new. It didn't work, but that doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't work next time.
Should I have gone spellbook this game?
No, I think that you would have reliably had used, you reliably used heal as much as you did, but you also probably would have reliably used the, cleanse if you had it. Don't think you get any value off of, like, TP here or Ghost.
Okay.
Honestly, big thing for you was, like, you're just on repeat, just getting one shot. So it's like, how do we actually do anything?
Yeah, and I don't know if they had that middle bush warded or what, but they just like blind
They,
shotted us.
because you know what though, you are like the easiest target, and I'm
No,
not
I
like
didn't know
saying that
how
to be
they
a
knew that we
well,
were there.
well, I'm not saying that to be like be a dickhead or anything. It's because I think they're constantly warding their blue, like around blue, they're putting one single ward down, and they're walking actively really, really early, so that when you were on their red side, walking in for like late deep vision or closer towards dragon neutral spawn, they automatically knew you were going to do that. Like they are not investing off of the ward pressure on their jungle. They're investing off of seeing you first, and that's how they're going off of that vibe. That's why, like, when you swept through and when you're like doing your pinks and stuff on your bot sweep, you only ever saw one pink, and that was traditionally in the pit. You don't see the fucking random ass ward because the Leo, first of all, she's walking like a goddamn Yumi with Pantheon, and then second, she's just doing on repeat vision, vision like towards your blue area so that they see the huge focal point. Because like you said, right, like the Mordekaiser just walks up to them. They're trying to protect that. So what I said earlier, I might have said this with you guys or Snapdragon. How do you counter an assassin? What's the number one way to counter an assassin?
Vision.
Exactly, right? Like, how do you counter someone who's immobile? You just fucking walk away from them. You start walking away as soon as like you see them, right? So that's exactly what they did continuously. But yeah, like I said, nothing to beat us down in the dumps for. Just think that like it's a really tough draft to play, and that's mainly where your frustrations come from, to be honest with you. Because you all are trying to play like different styles off of what this draft means. And if we're looking at it, game number 1, we had like a pseudo like protect the dive type of comp. And then game number 2 was like we facilitate very hard, either pick or dive. We usually used it for pick though. And then game number 3, like what is the identity here? Can someone tell me?
Question mark?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like you all have different answers. I have a different answer. My answer is like I don't even know. Like it's like a flurry monster mash of like identity because like Mord wants to go in, but he also wants to be like the guy in the back as everybody else is dealing with everyone else in front of him. Can he do that reliably into this comp? No, because there's no front line. Kane said it like we need front line. Yuji responded with I'm trying, I'm there. Both are correct, right? There's no front line. The Mord cannot be the sole front line, and that is my blunder. This game for draft is entirely my blunder. Smolder plays for stacks. Mbessa doesn't. Mbessa wants to play in the fight, aggressive early, so she has good snowball later. Ezreal wants to play like poking from a distance, but he can't necessarily do that if they break that distance line and come into his face. Pause.
Can I have to step away because Paul's dragging me in his posterior.
Did I leave lane better game 1 and 2? Like
100%. This game, the only time you
I know
left,
game 3 was rough, but
and I'm just being 100% because I care about you guys and I want you guys to improve. It honestly felt like you thought you were playing Nasus. I deadass thought you were going to start fighting when you had 600 stacks. I kept like clicking on you. I was like, oh shit. Does he have it yet? Remember, 125 was your mark. You called it out. I have 125, and then you like fucked off for another like 110 stacks. And Luda's like fucking drowning top. I don't know if that brother like muted his mic, destroyed it or what. I don't blame him because this matchup is tough. But like he's drowning, and like remember, how do we counter the Yorick? NASA, how do we counter the Yorick?
the Smolder side laning.
Exactly, right? You get stacks off of him. You could have hit your 225 way earlier if you were answering him. And like Luda, to be fair, was answering the Ashe Leo perfectly fine. Like when there was that swap, by the way, speaking about a great thing that we did, the swaps, perfect. I think that we overplayed and overstayed on a couple, but the initial swaps that we did, perfect. Great. That was chef's kiss how we actually ran up topside for prio on grub. Did we need the grub take? Probably not. I would have opted in for the drags just because this is a more drag oriented meta. We get a lot more off of going drags, especially with some of the modern meta champions. Grubs are great if you get both. If you have to choose one or the other, I would personally always choose drags, and regular competitive would too. Like you'll notice that a strong push towards pro competitive is always drags because of what? What do drags provide that grubs don't?
Long-term value?
Yeah.
Exactly,
My
right?
only
The
thought
long-term
process
value and
there-
like the abilities, like so much versatility. And I'm so sorry, Kane, to cut you off. I'll give you the stage here in just a second. But there's a long-term value off of like having extra movement speed on like Sarah Smolder, or let's say in our case here, tenacity. Like they stack tenacity. Imagine if Sarah had like 15% extra tenacity off of three fucking Chemtech. The difference is massive. That's also why like Ash is fucking in putting Yuji in a blender like when she's kiting him. Like he can't do anything because Ash is way too fast even if that brother has rallies.
So you'll be playing Cassiopeia and Silas?
I want you to go into our chat here in Crimson's tier list. I want you to look at the top picks and I want you to start playing actively Annie, Talia, Cassio, and any other champion that is within S plus to S range. I really need you to expand your champ pool. We can't just be stacking you on assassins as great as you are on them. I want you really to like start playing these cancerous champs everywhere. Because as much as you play the Zoe LeBlanc cancer, I need you also to really step up so that we have the Mel, we have the Rise, who's like fucking unkillable in lane. We have the Talia so that it's not just Luda, Yuji, and Kane on like Poppy slave duty. Like we just need like a lot more versatility than what we have for our comp.
Okay.
And again, don't mean any disrespect. I want to win, and I know you guys want to win even more than me, so.
Heard.
I honestly don't think that there's any other picks from other lanes that I would necessarily like put my finger on right now. As long as we have Yunara, honestly, that's great cover.
That's literally all I've been playing, basically. It's
Yeah.
Yunara, and if Yunara's taken, I'm playing Kaisa. That's
Yeah,
it.
I would want to do Yunara and potentially I would want to do Yunara, Ali, and TK in more. I think your Nico is insane. It's fucking gross in a good way. So I wouldn't even need you to put more time on that.
Okay.
Yuji wise, I would probably ask Yuji to put more time on like a Zach or Zach Lilia, even though I know he'll kick me from the org if I suggest Lilia one more time.
He played it
Um,
once earlier today. He
I know.
lost,
I really need more AP. I need just more AP in the jungle. So like Lilia, Karthus. Yeah, Lilia, Karthus are the big ones. We can like obviously talk about like Nidalee and stuff, but I just don't know if it's ever pro ready. Like just requires top to like have a specific pick, and if it's not Renekton, it's just fucked. I don't need Kenyan in like my jungler position. I need owner.
Yeah.
Okay. Heard, Chef.
Top side 2, Luda, big one for you coming up is Zach.
Yeah, I've a couple games so far today.
Yeah, I would honestly say
Played
Get it
Talia
ready.
today as well.
I would honestly say more Zach, more Jax. Zach Jax.
Sure.
Zach Jax, Talia, and Nivea are big ones. Talia, Nivea, Swain, Cassio. You have a couple mid, really tricky to put down. Ziggs bot, Cog bot, and then support probably like I said, the TK, the Ali. TK Ali, Karma. I think you'd honestly be a gross as fuck Karma.
I play Karma a lot.
I know, but we need to incorporate it more. That's just a me thing then. Just I need to just take a mental note. Like if we want to do like a poke comp, we need, I need to do Karma.
Okay. I definitely need to play TK more. I have
Yeah.
not touched him since like last season.
If they refuse to like, if they're refusing to nerf Nocturne as much as like he should be nerfed, that is an issue. Especially in the context of like, we need to, we need to just have a little bit more protect rather than like, all right, well, stack the fucking cards on top of Winter's head. Like everybody needs to dogpile on Winter basically to save herself right now.
I may for Alistair, I may need to like do like 1v1 with you.
Yeah. Now I have a lot of time, by the way. So now there's no excuses for, oh, I'll get that VOD review tomorrow or all this. I have nothing else stopping me. So if you do need VOD reviews, individual, if you want to do group, if you want to do, I do 1v1s or I tell you how specific champs work. Deadass, you are not wasting my time. In fact, you're wasting my time if you don't come to me. Like, we work around your schedule along with mine, and we'll actually sit down and get shit done. Because at this point, we're what, Winter? We're past halfway, right? Like, we're in the...
I don't actually remember for sure, but yeah, we're approaching. I think there's 3 or 4 more weeks of
Regular?
Yeah, like regular season. That's what I was looking for. And then we're in postseason.
Yeah,
I know
so...
that the season is supposed to be over by the end of September. So.
Okay, sorry. I had to
Yeah, but we scale up,
I would love
right?
that,
We scale up. Yes, and for you specifically, I have someone who is mid-masters that will definitely talk to you about it if you want, like, additional besides me. And it's no one in this chord, by the way, so don't worry.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
I'm
need any
still
help
like
on the
learning the
god.
role.
You what? You need help too? I'm being so dead ass.
No.
Just let me know. Oh, okay.
No, I don't need any help on the god.
Oh, you say you don't need
You
any.
here?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly
Well, I
though,
definitely do.
it sucks that we didn't do the 3-0, but you know what? I'd rather us do 2-1 in Scrim and do 2-0 on game day. Is that good for everyone? Can we do 2-0 on game day, please? On the 12th on Tuesday?
Heard.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Scrims don't fucking matter. I probably have a negative win rate in scrims. I'm being 100% dead ass. Not as a coach, don't worry. Not as a coach, negative win rate. Otherwise, fire me. But in terms of like when I was a player, people lose scrims all the time. T1, they fucking suck ass at Worlds on scrims. G2 sucks ass. End of sentence. I would honestly suggest like taking scrims as a lesson for like, well, we lost because we didn't do this. So like, how can I support my teammates to do that? So like in the case Kane, and not to like throw anyone under the bus, but like Kane, when you're mentioning like, oh, we go into this game talking about something and we just don't do it, it's more so a thing than like, I think you retroactively think about it. Like rather than you influencing like the 4 other people in the game, like their buttons, how can you actively like position the game to get to that point, if that makes sense? You know, do you understand what I mean by that? Like, you can only control what you are in control of. Like, you are in control of Seraphine. You are not in control of, like, where Ezreal is, or where Smolder is, or whatever else, and vice versa. They are not in control of you. And so as frustrating for you, as it is for you to get caught out, it is for them too. But the number one thing that, like, we can talk about or think about as a team retroactively is, like, okay, well, this happened, so how do we avoid it next time? Or rather, this happened because we were not doing this. So how can we do this next time? Seraphine was going for vision. We give up positional play. How do you, Kane, as a teammate, as a facilitator, how do you pseudo convince others to stick around? And this is not a question of like, this is not one of those moments where I'm going to be like, oh, just be confident in yourself. No. How do you create that opportunity for others to be like, okay, you know what? I should be here.
By telling when I have the go button, by saying I'm gonna do something and then do it.
Exactly, right? But like calling it out before. Yeah, you were asking, I think, game 1 is it was like the Renata or something. There was a
game 3 particularly too, the banana play where I'm like, can I ult here? I'm looking here. Can we?
I would just say,
I
look
wouldn't
me.
know
I the same way I've been getting you guys to sound like bots by saying like herd and shit. It honestly works. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that shit actually works. I would deadass just say like, look me, I'm here on flank. I have this, I'm doing this. It's a common thing. Like when people play pro on Lee Sin or like any other insect champ, like let's say Alistar, for instance, they're not asking fucking permission because those champions require split second like inputs. Like I'm sure that you've probably done it before, Kane, where you've done like a Ali flash Q and then immediate W behind, like the pseudo insect. You can probably attest, again, if you've done this before, you can attest about how slow that shit is if you're asking. Like, you don't have fucking a pocket of time to ask. The same way Yuji does not have a pocket of time to E flash on Gragas or Q flash on Sedge, or even Lee Sin kick. The same way Luda in game 1 does not have enough time to like, okay, I'm gonna flash W, but I need permission first. Majority of that game, he was saying, all right, I have flash, I can re-engage here if they walk up. Or he's saying, okay, they go here, we do this. This game, there was none of that from anyone, where it's like, they go here, we do this. It's more so like, can we do this? Can we do this? And like, you're stuck sitting around for permission, you know?
I wish I could play loose in. That'll never happen with you guys though. But
You're not getting a pity pick, bruh.
I never get a pity pick, bro.
But yeah, that's honestly my biggest takeaways from this scrim set. Let's worry about like the good stuff that we did, and let's iron out some of the wonky stuff. Let us do we want to do in-person VOD review on Monday, or would we rather do me record? Again, there are no excuses for when I will actually record. This time I'm 100% deadass.
I will not be able to make Monday happen.
Okay. So does Monday work for everyone, or would you rather me just record tomorrow? Or even tonight?
I can come in person, but
Yeah, I say in person very loosely.
in person online.
In person, as in it's a live recording. Yeah, play this.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I could do Monday.
Okay, we'll do Monday. I've promised it'll be fairly quick. We're just gonna like glance over first two, where we'll talk about some of the major mistakes here and there. But again, there weren't really any in game number 2. And game number 1, it was kind of wonky here and there. But when we caught our stride, we really caught our stride. I think game number 3 was just like macro and draft. But we'll get to it. Otherwise, I do have full VOD review recording like that you can watch tonight. I'm gonna upload this immediate with my full thoughts that I'm talking through the entire game. I promise I did not shut the fuck up for 2 hours. Do you need to watch all 2 hours? No, but you can definitely watch like the key moments of what we're talking about. You can hear yourself calm, and you can see from everyone's perspective about what the fuck they're doing, what they're calling out, and what they're looking at.